Hello, Gabe Heller here, Hohenzollern on YouTube and Hana Brown Couch on Twitch. And you may have noticed if you use the Technic launcher and never transferred your account over to Microsoft that you can't play things anymore unless you had already installed them. I've already installed Big Dig, so I can play it offline, which is weird because I'm still allowed to connect to my server. So I'm not sure what that means in this case, but if you haven't downloaded a pack, like I haven't downloaded Technic 2, it just says offline. And no matter what you click on it, you can't install it. So they've basically put an end to installing new packs if you haven't migrated your account to Microsoft, or if you just have any problem with your account. But there is a way around this, and I'm going to show it to you. So what we're going to want to do is go to modpack options and open. Oh, we can't open this folder because it's not installed. So you better go to one that is installed. If you don't have any that are installed, you're going to have to find the folder yourself, I guess. Modpack options and then open. And here we are. The main thing you need to know is where your .technic directory is. This is where it is in Linux, in Ubuntu. But if you're running under Windows, it'll probably be in like roaming app data somewhere. As long as you've got one pack installed, though, you can have Technic Launcher take it to you. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a friend who actually does have a Microsoft account, which, you know, quite often you're playing a mod pack that your friends are playing, so one of them will be able to get you a copy. And what you want them to do is copy their Technic directory. So here in my files, I have a copy of my wife's Technic directory. And you'll see that in modpacks, she has Tekkit 2 installed. So the first thing we're going to do is copy Tekkit 2 into our modpacks directory. I'm going to close Technic while I do this so it doesn't get confused. Okay, cool. So we copy Tekkit 2 to here. And it has been copied. There we can see all of the mods and things are in it. But then we also need to edit a file, and the file is called installed packs. Now I also have a copy of Sarah's installed packs from her Technic directory. There we go. Now I can just double click to open these in Linux. You might have to right click and open them in Notepad, and you might have to in fact tell it to open them. In any case, these are JSON files, which is weird because they don't have a JSON extension, but that means that the formatting is very important. So you're going to have to make sure you select and copy text the way I'm showing you here. So right now I have my wife's open, and here we have Tekkit 2. Now you want to start copying from before the comma, before the entry for Tekkit 2, and select all the way to after the close bracket. Okay, I'm copying that with Control-C. Then I go to my own installed packs, and I go to the end of my list, after the last bracket, but before the bracket comma, and I press Control-V to paste it in there. I'll also need to add it to this list here, the by index list. So in installed packs, we go down to Tekkit 2. Again, we select from before the comma on the previous line. There we go, and Control-C. And then we paste it here at the end. It's very important that there be commas between all of the entries, but no comma at the end. That's JSON for you. Okay, so now I'm just simply going to save this file and relaunch Technic Launcher. I have a batch file that does that for me, a script file. Excuse me, oops, and it has a capital T. You have your own way of launching it, I assume, at this point. So you just relaunch it. And now we'll find that we have Tekkit 2. We can play it offline, which, as far as I can tell, I'm still allowed to connect to servers, even though I'm playing it offline. At some point that may change. I don't have any servers plugged in. And it may be, you know, it may depend on the version of Minecraft. I've been able to connect to my Big Dig server, which is running a very old version of modded Minecraft, even though it says play offline, and I'll show you that later, just to prove that it works. But right now we're loading the mods. Ooh, we have logistics pipes in this version. Modular force fields, yay! Some of the classic Tekkit mods are back. I don't know how well they work, but we'll find out. Well, I'm not sure how much of this I'll play. I just want to make sure that you can tell that I can now load the mod pack and play worlds and stuff. Hosting bake events. Hosting bake events? Boy, Minecraft loading has gotten more and more evolved. We're now in phase 2 of initializing mods. Oh, Industrial Craft Classic. That's what I picked too for my my mod pack that was based on the classic Technic. The new Industrial Craft is weird and different. Had enough items. Yeah, you had enough of not enough items, too many items. Just enough items. Chisels and bits, huh? I'm not sure what I think of chisels and bits. It's a good way of filling up your inventory with tiny bits. Okay, so here we are. What version? Tekkit 2 v122, but what version of Minecraft are we running? I don't even know. Well, let's start a single-player world. Okay, create new world. That sounded like water. And in fact, I'm in a pool of water. Hurrah! Alrighty. Auto jump off. Hey, they did that by default. Isn't that nice of them? What's this? Cranberries? That's a new thing. I don't remember cranberries before. Is it going to tell me what mod they're from? Binny's Extra Trees. Well, that's a new thing. What do I get if I break the stump? I get sticks. Can I plant cranberries? Can I turn cranberries into cranberry seeds? No. Oh, but I did get 2 cranberry saplings. Okay, so I can just plant those. So yeah, I have downloaded and I'm now using Tekkit Squared, or Tekkit 2. I don't know how it's pronounced. Fun, fun, fun. And I'll just show you, prove to you that I can still connect to servers, at least my own server. I'm not getting a whole lot of seeds, am I? Good game. And then admittedly, this is with the Big Dig, one of the older mod packs, but I'm playing it offline. It says I'm playing it offline. Oh my goodness. Modded Minecraft used to load so fast. Of course, we had slower computers, so it actually took about as long to load. But now it loads really fast. Even though I'm using a fancy texture pack.
Just to let you know, this video is over soon. So rub your eyes and stretch your thighs and sing in tune. It's time to find another kind of video. For this one is nearly done, you know.
It's got a little bit of the old graphics sticking around in memory. Alright, here we are. Multiplayer. Ta-da! A Big Dig server. Join server. And here we are. I have joined a server, even though I'm playing offline. I'm not going to do much on this server because I've been recording this, it's been a while, but I've been recording this for Twitch and for YouTube, so I'm not going to do anything on the server. But as you can see, I can connect to the server. Well, that's it. That's how you can still play mod packs. You just need a friend with a real account that has been transferred to Microsoft. And then you can play no matter pretty much the status of your account, as long as you can get Technic Launcher working at all. Bye for now.